Hello, good evening, sir.
शब्द मत लिया അതിനകത്ത് പേന ഇല്ല അവിടെ വെച്ചിട്ടാണ് എന്റെ പിള്ളേരുടെ പേനയോ കൈ കുറച്ചിട്ട് വേണ്ട കൈ എഴുതി ചിത്തൂർ കളിയത് കൈ എഴുതി
Good evening.
Rudra,
Yes, sir.
where were you?
Sir, actually, my father was not at home, so that's why.
Yes, sir.
Sir, actually, my father was not at home. He was out of station, so that's why. And my phone was also not with me, so I was not able to inform you.
Okay. But you
My
don't miss
fa-
the class, I told you.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. My father's phone battery was dead, so he took my phone only. So that's why I was not able to inform you.
Okay.
अब बोलो तुम शांत हो।
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, actually. All of you, please switch on your videos. That is just I want to see your face. Okay, Veda Prakash. Okay. Okay.
हाँ ये ऑनलाइन क्लास
Okay,
ऑनलाइन
Rudra.
क्लास को रिकॉर्ड करके रख लो। बाद में कभी होगा यूट्यूब में देख ले। वही जो कल खाए थे, पनीर भुर्जी।
So, right, what is the difference between the Council of Ministers? What is the difference between the Council of Ministers and Cabinet Ministers? What is the difference between the Council of Ministers and Cabinet Ministers? You make a columns. One column Council of Ministers, other column Cabinet Ministers. First one, Cabinet Minister is a small group What are the differences between Council of Ministers and Cabinet Ministers? But you have to make the columns. First column, the Cabinet is a small group. Cabinet is a small group consisting of senior ministers, consisting of senior ministers holding important portfolios. Next one, in the other column, Council of Ministers column, you write, it's a large body.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. It's a large body. So question I have given, what is the difference between Council of Ministers and Cabinet Ministers? So you have to write the first one. First of the column, Council of Ministers, you write, Cabinet Minister, you write a small group consisting of senior ministers holding important portfolios. Cabinet Minister column. Then another column, Council of Minister column, it is a large body consisting of all categories of ministers. consisting of all categories of ministers such as cabinet ministers, ministers of the state, and deputy ministers. And deputy ministers. In next column, cabinet column, they are the most trusted. In the cabinet column, you write, they are the most trusted colleagues. They are the most trusted colleagues of the Prime Minister. And he always consults. And he always consults. And he always consults them. And he always consults them. The cabinet ministers, no, sorry, this council minister column, you write. Cabinet minister column, you know, right? Then council of minister column, you write. The prime minister may or may not. The prime minister may or may not consult the other ministers. Next one, cabinet column. It is a powerful decision-making body. It is a powerful decision-making body. Next one, in the cabinet column, it is a group of senior ministers. That column again you write in the cabinet columns. It is a senior most ministers who meet frequently. Who meet frequently. Meet frequently to determine the policy and programs of the government. Next one, in the Council of Ministers, in day-to-day working, Council of Ministers rarely meet. Next point in the cabinet ministers, according to the constitution, the president acts on the advice of council of ministers. I have given all the points. You write any three. Suppose in the question paper they will ask you 3 or 4 points like that. They will ask you. You write according to the needs in the question paper. According to the constitution, comma, the president acts on the advice of council of ministers. What do you mean by cabinet ministers? What do you mean by cabinet? Answer, they are the most powerful trusted colleagues of Prime Minister.
So once again, can you repeat?
They are the most powerful and trusted colleagues of Prime Minister. Second point, they are the senior most ministers of the Council of Ministers. They are the senior most ministers of the Council of Ministers. Holding important portfolios of government. Next one, what is the term of office of the Prime Minister? Answer, the term of office of Prime Minister is 5 years. Next point, but when he loses confidence in the Lok Sabha, he has to resign. He has to resign. Or if he rejects to resign, the president can dismiss him. Next one. What are the three categories of Council of Ministers and explain? The three categories of Council of Ministers are the following. First one, Cabinet Minister. First one, Cabinet Ministers. Minister. Then under that sub point, they are the powerful policy making body.
Policy in
Policy making body. Next point, they are the senior most ministers of Council of Ministers. Next point, they hold important and independent portfolios of government. They hold important and independent portfolios of government. Second, ministers of the state. Second big point. First point, they are the second category of ministers. Next point, they are the second category of ministers. They may or may not hold an independent charges. Next point, the Prime Minister may or may not consult the Prime Minister may or may not consult the ministers of the state. Next point, on special invitation, they can attend a cabinet meeting. On special invitation, they can attend the cabinet meeting. Next point, Big point, deputy ministers. First point, they are the third categories of ministers. They are the third categories of ministers. They help cabinet. They help cabinet and ministers of the state. They help cabinet and ministers of the state. Next point, they never hold independent charge of any department. Next one, what is the term of Council of Ministers? The ministers hold the office. The ministers hold the office during the pleasure of President. Which means the tenure of the ministry depends on Lok Sabha. Second point, so long as they enjoy confidence of majority in the Lok Sabha,
Sir, they enjoyed.
so long as they enjoy confidence of majority in the Lok Sabha, or confidence of Prime Minister, comma, they can remain in powers. They can remain in office. However, maximum tenure is 5 years. Next point, any minister can be dismissed by the president on the advice of Prime Minister. Next question. What is the relation of Prime Minister with the Cabinet? Next question. What is the relation of Prime Minister with the Cabinet? First point, Prime Minister is the leader of the Lok Sabha.
Once again,
Prime Minister is the leader of the Lok Sabha. Sorry, Lok Sabha, not a cabinet. Leader of the cabinet. Second, the Prime Minister presides over the meeting of cabinet. The Prime Minister presides over the meeting of cabinet. Next point, he has the power. He has the power to allocate portfolios and reshuffle the Council of Ministers. He has the power to allocate portfolios and reshuffle the Council of Ministers. Next point, Prime Minister has the power to select and dismiss ministers. You write there, he has the power to select ministers and cause dismissal of ministers. Dismissal of ministers. Cause you write. Because he cannot dismiss, the presidents can dismiss. That is why he can cause the dismissal of ministers. Prime Minister always consult to them Prime Minister always consult them to determine policy and programs of the government. Prime Minister always, the Prime Minister consult them to determine policy and programs of the government. Over. Next one, What is the relation of Prime Minister with the Parliament? What is the relation of Prime Minister with the Parliament? First point, he is the leader of the Lok Sabha. Second point, he is the spokesperson of the government.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah,
First point, he is the leader of the Lok Sabha or the cabinet.
Lok Sabha.
Okay, sir.
He is the spokesperson of the government. He is the defender of government policies. He is the defender of the government policies in the Parliament. Next point, the president prorogues, P-R-O-R-O-G-U-E-S, prorogues, comma, summons, S-U-M-M-O-N-S, summons the Parliament on the advice of Prime Minister and his cabinet. Next one, he intervenes, I-N-T-R-T-E-R-V-I-N-E-S, intervenes in case of controversial matters in the Parliament.
So in case of
In
Namaskar, Namaskar.